And now the moment that you've all been waiting for, and really the reason that you guys are all here, DC United's new head coach, Wayne Rooney. He's actually going to come up and answer a couple questions. So I believe we have someone who will help us answer those or get those questions.
Yeah, I've seen a few articles, certainly back in England, on this as possibly a backward step in my managerial career. I really find that a bit disrespectful to this league. I feel the experience I gained at Derby County over the past 18 months has been great in my development as a coach, as a manager. And to really come here back to the MLS, back to DC United was a exciting challenge for me, something which I feel can develop me as a coach, but also the team need to improve. I think that's obvious for everyone to see, and I really believe with my capabilities of developing players, young players, of course we're working hard to get a few new players in, we can really get this club back to successful ways again, and it's going to take a lot of hard work, but that's what I'm here to do and really improve the team. Thank you.
Certainly, I know there's a lot of people happy that are here. Born and raised in England, you guys are home. Come here to the States. I don't know what your family situation is like. You're going to come here and stay there. Your commitment level, is this a year-to-year thing, or do you see this as a long-term thing here in Washington, even though maybe your family's back here?
Yeah, and again, I've seen that back in England as well. And of course, any major decisions I make like this is discussed with my wife, my family for the time being will stay in England and come over and visit. The ages of my children, my eldest boy's in high school now, so they will stay in England, but that's not an issue whatsoever from a family point of view. So I think being here, it's as I spoke with Jason, with Steve, with Dave, on trying to really develop this club, not only for this season, but for the future moving forward. So we're all excited. I'm excited to be here, to bring my skills. And of course, I know it's going to be a lot of hard work, which we have to put in, myself, I have to put in. The players will have to be in. I have demands, principles, which the players need to stick by. And obviously, as knowing Steve since I've been here, before, become really good friends with him. There's going to be moments where he's going to be a bit frustrated because I will be shouting at him and putting him in his place. So that's part of the job, and I'm excited to get started. Like who, sorry? I respect Luis Suarez a lot. I think as a player, he's an incredible player, but I want players who are hungry. I want players to come to this club who are hungry and who want to play for the club, but also I've got a lot to give and are capable of playing every game, training every training session. So we're working extremely hard to identify the right profile of players we want to bring in. And I'm sure within the near future we'll have some announcement to make on them players. Yeah, different, of course. At Derby, working with administrators on no budget. I think it was around about 20 debut to give from the academy last season. Having to develop the young players probably sooner than was expected. So coming to a different country, a different league, a different way of working in terms of obviously the DP players, TAM players, drafts, getting to understand all that, every detail of that. So I think it's going to be different, but I think also where the players have been at this season, I believe they're underperforming. I believe there's a lot more for them players to give. the organisation has to be right for the players. They have to be hard to beat, and there's principles and a mentality which I have to make sure I put into them players, so when they go on the pitch, they become a real horrible team to play against, and that's but also exciting, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, I've seen this has happened quite quickly. So over the last couple of weeks, I've watched a lot of games. I watched the last 2 games live. The last game was difficult to watch, so I think there needs to be, you have to be hard to play against. And I've got a style of play, an identity of play which I believe in, and that's certainly what I'll be trying to put into the team. Because I think as a player, playing in the main of my career at the top level, you can really choose which club you want to go to. As a manager, I'm at the beginning of that journey. I'm at a point in my managerial career where I have to put the work in, I have to put the hours in. Of course, I'm an ambitious person. One day I want to manage at the top level, and this is part of that process in terms of coming here, trying to develop this club, trying to get success here, but also develop myself as a manager, and but also the connection I've got with the club. Being here before, there isn't another MLS team I would have went to other than DC United. So I'm proud to be here as manager, proud to be here and try and develop this club both on and off the field. Listen, I think we know it's going to be difficult, but of course we've got games in hand. We have to go on a good run. We know that. In order to do that, depending on how quickly the players take in the information, that's my job to make sure I get that information into the players as quickly as possible, so they know exactly how I want to play. If we can do that right, then why not? Why could we not make the playoffs? Yeah, I think there was actually a few other clubs both in England and in Europe who got in touch, and my plan really, if I'm being honest, was to after Derby County was to take a bit of a break and then see what comes up. But once my agent called me and said that DC had come in and inquired about is there a possibility for me to come in, it was quite quick really. It was probably within 24 hours. I spoke to my wife first, and I said, listen, there's an opportunity for me to go back to DC as coach, and I'm probably ready to go and do that now. I feel I'm ready to take that, and if of course, if my wife didn't want me to go and she said, I don't want to go out there and I don't want you to go there, then that would have been different, but yeah, I just felt I was ready to come here. I'm in a completely different place as a human being to what I was probably 4 years ago when I was here. I'm fully committed to getting the best out of myself, getting the best out of the players and getting the best out of the team. So I'm ready. It's going to be tough. It's a challenge, of course. It is, but I'm here. I'm ready to get to work and try and get this club back to being successful. Thank you.